be race 11 of a 14-race Saturday program, and we do want to remind everyone, special post time Saturday at 12:30. Today, we'll be drawing the Louisiana Derby here from the paddock, and our other stakes races and those other races as part of that 14-race Saturday program will be drawn later today in the racing office. As part of the draw, we'll be joined here at the table by Racing Secretary Jason Boulay, our stakes coordinator Amber Fontenot, and Assistant Racing Secretary Scott Jones. As we go through the post positions, we'll be joined here by Paige. So Paige will be putting the names up once we are done drawing those races. Standard post position draw. We'll have the numbered pills. They'll go into the tumbler. And then Scott shaken, not stirred. And we'll have the entry blanks. And once that numbered pill is drawn, we'll assign that post position to the horse. After our post position draw is over, we have some horsemen in attendance, so you're more than welcome to speak to Larry Jones is here, Tom Amos, and members of our official staff as well as part of the post position draw. So without further ado, we'll turn things over to Scott, Amber, and Jason.
Okay, we have the 102nd Louisiana Derby as the 11th with 9. Can you hear me now?
There it goes. They're good.
Hello? No?
Say it loud.
Is it on now?
No, you're fine. Just go ahead.
Okay. 102nd Louisiana Derby as the 11th with 9. Mr. Z has a change of equipment. Blinkers off.
Blinkers off, Mr. Z. Well, mine certainly works.
Nine.
9. International Star Maker Mena.
Okay. We'll have Paige put up International Star for post position number 9. The winner of the LeCompte and Risen Star Stakes for Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trained by Mike Maker, Miguel Mena. International Star drawing post position number 9. He's already won the LeCompte and the Risen Star for those owners and his trainer.
4.
4. Fusaichi Flame Gelner Torres.
Post position number 4. Fusaichi Flame, owned by Robbie Norman's Norman Stables LLC, trained by Scott Gelner. And the jockey Francisco Torres from post position number 4, it will be Fusaichi Flame.
Number 5.
5. A Day in Paradise Jones Clark.
Post position number 5, A Day in Paradise, owned by Tommy G. Ligon and trained by Larry Jones, with Kerwin Boo Boo Clark on board, a Star in Paradise from post 5. Speaking of A Day in Paradise, Kerwin Clark on board for Larry Jones, and alongside Larry Jones right now, Ryan Spencer.
Joined here by Larry Jones. Now, is this the kind of thing when you're drawing these post positions? Do you have a preference inside, outside, middle of the pack as you just drew? Does it make a difference to you?
Well, it looks like, according to my count, we're dead middle, so that works. We can watch 4 from one side, 4 from the other. Well, let's go.
Perfect. So that draw will be able to put you in a spot that you can hopefully work out a trip from there.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, we'll see who else draws what, but yeah, we'll find some way to get around there.
Perfect. That is Larry Jones, trainer of A Day in Paradise, post position number 5.
As we continue with the draw then for the $750,000 Louisiana Derby, the grade 2 at 1 mile and 1/8, race 11 of Saturday's 14. Jason?
Number 3.
3. Defondo Stewart Hernandez.
Post 3 to Defondo for West Point Thoroughbreds LLC. Dallas Stewart trains for West Point Thoroughbreds and the jockey Brian Hernandez Jr. Defondo from post position number 3.
Number 7.
7. Keen Ice Romans Graham.
Post 7, Keen Ice goes for Jerry Crawford's Donegal Racing, trainer Dale Romans and the jockey James Graham. On top of the jockey standings here with 99 wins going into our Thursday racing program, the leading jockey for those connections, Keen Ice, has drawn 7.
Number 2.
2. Mr. Z Lucas DeZormo.
Inside Defondo goes Mr. Z for Zayat Stables. trained by Dwayne Lucas, and the jockey Kent DeSormo. Mr. Z drawing post position number 2. As Amber noted just before we got the draw started off, equipment change, blinkers off, Mr. Z going from that 2-hole.
Number 1.
1. Stanford, Pletcher, Giroux.
Stanford the rail draw, owned by Stone Street Stables LLC, trained by Todd Pletcher. Florent Giroux on board. Stanford has drawn the rail.
Number 8.
8. St. Joe Bay, Miller, Alvarado.
An Inside International Star goes for Altamira Racing Stable and David L. Burnson. Peter Miller, the principal, and the trainer, Robbie Alvarado, St. Joe Bay, drawing post position number 8. And that leaves.
And number 6.
6. War Story, Amos, Talamo.
There you go, Tom. Post 6, War Story for Luch Racing Stables, Ronald Paolucci, Glenn K. Ellis, Chris T. Dunn, owners, trained by Tom Amos, and the jockey back in New Orleans will be Joe Talamo, riding War Story for trainer Tom Amos, who joins Brian W. Spencer. All right, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Brian. Again, we were joined here on the dais by our racing secretary, Jason Boulay, the rest of his team, along with stakes coordinator Amber Fontenot and assistant racing secretary Terry Scott Jones. They'll be drawing our other stakes later today, including, of course, the Fairgrounds Oaks and the Mervyn H. Munez Jr. Memorial, part of a 14-race Saturday program, the field for the Louisiana Derby. And right now, for the morning line odds for the Grade 2 on Saturday, that job turns to Mike Diliberto. Mike.
John, thank you. Well, once again, we had a very competitive Louisiana Derby from top to bottom. There's just about anybody could win it. As usual, the horse that won Risen Star will be the morning line favorite, International Star, at 3-1. Then 2 horses are vying for second choice. Number 8, War Story, at 4-1, and number 2, Mr. Z. War Story is actually number 6. Number 2, Mr. Z, at 4-1. Then 2 other horses with the same odds. Keen Ice, the 3rd place finisher in the Risen Star, is 5-1, along with Todd Pletcher's colt Stanford at 5-1. He'll be followed by St. Joe Bay at 10-1, A Day in Paradise at 12-1, Defondo at 12-1, and rounding out the field at 20-1 will be Fusaichi Flame. That's the Louisiana Derby field.
All right, Mike, thank you.